Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have a new horror story for you, titled The Mirror That Remembers. You can find the author's name in the description below, so make sure you check them out after this video. And let's begin. I was 24 years old when my grandmother passed away. She left me alone with my childhood memories and a mansion filled with antiques. But there was one thing in particular that caught my attention. A full-length mirror hanging in the hallway upstairs. Its ornately carved wooden frame was painted a ghastly white. In its depths, I could see nothing but my own scared reflection staring back at me. After my grandmother's funeral, I began cleaning out the house, planning to sell it and move somewhere else. Then, I started noticing strange things happening around me. Subtle changes that made me question my own sanity. For example, I would hear whispers echoing through the empty rooms and catch glimpses of shadows moving just beyond my sight. But the most unsettling phenomenon was the mirror. Every time I passed by, its surface rippled like water disturbed by a stone, revealing images that weren't my own. At first, they were just fleeting glimpses, fragmented scenes that appeared and disappeared in the blink of an eye. There was an elderly woman Rum family standing in front of the fireplace in the drawing room, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames. Or a man and a woman dancing in the ballroom, their laughter echoing through the ages. But as the days went by, the visions became more frequent and more vivid. They seemed to be reaching out to me, trying to tell me something important. I knew I had to do something about this, so I called a friend who knew a bit about antiques. Maybe it was some kind of cursed object, something I should throw away immediately. But when he examined the mirror, his reaction surprised me. Instead of looking afraid, he looked amazed. "This is no ordinary mirror," he said, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's a portal to the past." He explained that mirrors from that era were made with special glass that could retain images for decades, acting as a kind of visual time capsule. "Each reflection is a snapshot of a moment in time," he said, "a memory frozen in place." As I stood there listening to him, I felt a chill run down my spine. Was that really what was happening? Were these memories trapped inside the mirror, waiting to be released? If so, why now? What did they want from me? Suddenly, I felt a sense of responsibility wash over me. These weren't just random images. They were pieces of history, a legacy left behind by my ancestors. I couldn't let them be destroyed. Determined to uncover the truth, I decided to research my family's history. I pored over old photo albums and documents, trying to piece together the timeline of events. I wanted to understand who these people were and what they meant to me. Slowly, a picture began to form. I learned about my great-grandparents, their hopes and dreams, their joys and sorrows. I saw how they had lived their lives and the impact they had on the world around them. But as I delved deeper into the past, I uncovered something else, a dark secret that had been buried for years. I discovered that my great-grandmother had died under mysterious circumstances. Her death officially ruled as a tragic accident, but the evidence I found suggested something else entirely. Her death was no accident. Someone had poisoned her, taking her life and escaping without a trace. As I pieced together the clues, I realized that the mirror wasn't just showing me memories. It was also revealing secrets, ones that had been hidden for generations. Each reflection was a clue leading me closer to the truth, but it was also a warning, a sign that the past was repeating itself. I felt a growing sense of dread as I realized that the house I had inherited was a battleground where the forces of good and evil were at war, and I was in the middle of it. Determined to protect myself, I took action. I contacted the local paranormal investigation team, hoping that they could help me uncover the truth. With their help, I set up cameras around the house, recording everything that happened both in the physical world and in the mirror. The footage was analyzed for patterns and connections, and what emerged was a terrifying picture of my home's haunted past. The more I learned, the more I realized that I was in danger. The house itself seemed to be alive, feeding off my fear and using it to manifest its own dark will. But despite the danger, I was determined to uncover the truth. I had come too far to turn back now. One night, as I was reviewing the footage with the paranormal team, we saw something shocking. In one of the videos, we saw a woman who looked exactly like me standing in the mirror. But that wasn't possible. I was the only person living in the house. So who was this woman? And why did she look so familiar? As we watched the video again, we noticed something else. The woman in the mirror was holding a key. It was an old-fashioned key with a large head and many ridges. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized what it meant. This was the key to the house's history, the one that would unlock the secrets of the past. With renewed determination, I set out to find the key. I searched every room in the house, looking in every nook and cranny. Finally, I found it hidden in a secret compartment in my bedroom. As soon as I touched it, I felt a surge of energy flow through me. I knew I had found the right key. And then it hit me. The visions I had been seeing in the mirror weren't memories. They were warnings. Each reflection was a message from the past, trying to tell me that something was wrong, that something needed to be fixed. I had been so focused on uncovering the truth that I had missed the most important detail of all. But now that I understood what was happening, I was able to take action. I knew that I had to right the wrongs of the past in order to protect myself and everyone else who had been affected by the house's curse. I began by visiting the graves of my ancestors, paying my respects and apologizing for not knowing the truth sooner. I also reached out to the descendants of the other families who had lived in the house, letting them know about the curse and what I was doing to break it. Together we began the process of healing, both for ourselves and for the house. We held ceremonies to bless the property and drove out the evil spirits that had been haunting it for so long. As the months went by, I noticed a change in the atmosphere. The house felt lighter and brighter, and the reflections in the mirror were no longer dark and distorted. They were clear and beautiful, just like the memories they represented. Finally, I was ready to move on. I sold the house and moved to a new city, leaving the past behind me. But even now, years later, I still think about the mirror and the lessons it taught me. It taught me the importance of family, the power of love, and the strength of the human spirit. It also taught me that sometimes the things that haunt us the most are the ones that we've been carrying around with us all along. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave us a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.